was running a PhD school, and I had 3 kinds of audience due to Corona. Of course, remote paying participants that were registered, regular people that were just joining over the internet. Then, of course, I have my live audience. And then, of course, I have the speakers. Some speaker here. And also had remote speakers. The challenge was how to connect all this. I had a big auditorium for the first setting, and I'll just quickly draw the equipment that we had there. So what do we have here? A TV, a screen, another screen, another TV, a workstation, iPad, Atem, mini PC with OBS, Atem, mini Pro, the screen, laptop. To address all these audiences, I used basically 2 different tools, Zoom and for the internet people, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter as live stream possibilities in the cloud. I've got one more tool, TeamViewer for remote control. The speaker is connected to the Zoom, the paying audience is connected to the Zoom, the live audience is connected to the Zoom. This speaker is also connected to the Zoom via this computer here, and also using this camera that is connected to this computer that is filming the live speaker in place. The live audience, it was also connected actually to Zoom, but besides that, the live audience was of course looking to the screens that they see in the front of them, so they were looking at those screens here. The speaker could have used the presentation, but the quality would have been too bad. Therefore, the speaker was also connected to the TeamViewer here, and the TeamViewer was connected to the laptop that was showing the slides. For the recording and broadcasting, this computer went into this Atem Mini, this computer went into this Atem Mini, this camera here also went into the Atem Mini, and of course this iPad went into the Atem Mini and was also connected to the Zoom. Here we see the processing pipeline. So here we get the Zoom, so this is the speaker image, and we also take the audio from the presentation laptop that we have in good quality because it's coming directly from our local setting. Then all this is connected to the OBS computer, and it's also connected to this control screen here. These screens here are connected to this workstation, and they get the picture also via the Zoom. The OBS does all the rendering, gives out HDMI, which goes in here. This camera as standby image also goes in here, and the laptop here for, this is my video player, also goes in here. This one goes to the control screen here, and it does the continuous stream to the cloud, and it also goes to its local hard disk that is connected there, and this is basically for having a stream backup for post-production. The OBS is also streaming to the cloud. This was a second stream. This is single stream per talk. Plus, this was also recording to its own hard drive. This was the main recordings for this talk. This was the setup, and it worked very well. And now let's have a look at how this is in real life. And here, by the way, this is the Atem control monitor that is connected directly, where we could monitor what happened in the stream. We also had some microphones here that were also connected to this computer for the people in the local audience. Welcome to the tour about our, let's just switch this, about our setup this year. And as usual, it's much better than any year before. As with most of the things I'm doing, we're always improving. So yeah, let's start here. So this is the interface that we have here. We see our Zoom. This is the virtual presenter. Because of COVID-19, we are not allowed to have a physical event. Therefore, here we have the people presenting. Here we have the presentation laptop, but as the people are not present, we have them remotely. So Christian is controlling this now. So here you see he's using the mouse. He's switching the slides. We have on this computer, we have a Zoom running, and this Zoom is sharing into our Zoom room. And so this is what we see here. So we see the slides in the Zoom, and could also switch to other people here, of course. So this is the Zoom conference. The Zoom conference is for the premium participants, for those who are registered and we're paying for it. And yeah, what else do we have as a setup? Yeah, okay. So this computer here can also share the screen. And to see the preview, here is the control monitor that you can use. The audio setup is also totally crazy. So this one here is the microphone. For whatever reason, the normal connection over such an adapter cable here just did not run with the Mac. Therefore, the microphone is now connected directly. But we also need the output of the sound, obviously. Therefore, this is now done using the control monitor here over the headphone out that we have here. So this is where the audio of the room is connected. All this is connected via HDMI with the switch panel station that we have here. So let's continue a bit. So this here is the YouTube control monitor. It's showing what is happening on YouTube. This is the actual currently running YouTube stream. This is our stage. On top here we see the Zoom image, which comes from this computer that is standing here. This is normally logged onto Zoom and shows the picture that is shared with almost no latency, so this is working quite well. So here we see the master of this stream switching today, Leo. And here we have the main setup. Here we have the machine that makes my headaches always because it's having some troubles with USB or whatever. So this is the main mixing machine where the OBS is running. So here's the OBS. And let's start on the right side. So this is the output to YouTube. So this is a Blackmagic machine, and this is creating the stream that goes to YouTube based on the HDMI input. So we have different inputs here that we can switch. So we can switch to the output of the OBS. We have theoretically a second computer, but it was too slow, therefore we didn't use it. And we have our back camera that is just standing behind me, so we are getting to that in a second. So I put it to the big image again so that we see it here as well. So this is the continuous live stream. In addition, we have the OBS running here, and we programmed multiple scenes where you can have the speaker on the left. So yeah, let's stick here for a second. So you have the speaker here, and you can do the normal OBS stuff. We have the full screen projector set on the HDMI out of the computer so that it goes in here. We had quite some trouble with the sound, but finally it's working now. The speaker image comes in through this iPad here. So here I can select the speaker image. So let me take Christian, for instance, as speaker now. So you see him, and he's also arriving here on the screen. We have different scenes. Let's just capture them as well, because we lose them afterwards. So this is Christian in front of the flag in big. This is the slide set. So it's not 16:9, therefore it has black frames at the moment. This is now the two settings. Another one, another one, another one, another one, and another one. We have here the countdown timer of the 5 minutes. We have the trailers. We could even... here is the trailer speaker. This is probably something that we did not have before. Yeah, so if I would switch to that now, it would probably have the audio also in the YouTube. Okay, so this is what we can do there. Let's just keep that one running. Yeah, so here, as you've seen before, we can switch what comes into the second screen. The capturing is happening via two devices. So this is the input mixer from Blackmagic. This is cool because we can switch. So you see it also on the screen here in the back. Let me just check that you really see the screen. There's coming. So we can, with almost zero latency, we can switch between the Mac in front, then the back camera that is behind me, and the Windows computer that we have here. And the iPad is getting captured over the... we had to plug it here because this device made us quite some headaches because it's obviously broken, nothing's connected, but green lights are shining. And this broke the connection several times. So here we have an Elgato 4K capture device. And yeah, here's the hard disk where we are recording the continuous live stream, so it's also recorded on hard disk. And here we have the single streams that are getting started and the single recordings. This one goes to Restream.io and is sent over to Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. I will show you that in the end. Let's move to the last item, which is the camera at the back. Of course, here's our projectors for the big projection here in front. And yeah, this is the main camera that is shooting the auditorium. And yeah, we had quite some people here today, so I would say we had about 15 people, which was not bad. So yeah, so last thing to show you. So now we're in the image again. So this is also the way of interacting with the people. Here's the microphone for interacting. Here's the sender, and Nicolas had a second one. They're both sending to this device here. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the streams. Let's just go to that one. Yeah, so there. Let's go to the YouTube. Yeah, so here's then the stream. Oh, yes, then the YouTube stream. And yeah, it worked quite well and was really live, so didn't have much delay. Even some of the participants participated over the stream. Okay, good. So now you know the setup. Next year it will be even more crazy. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Then of course you have the European Parliament, where the deputies are coming here, I think once a month for something like this.
Like this week?
Yes, this week they were supposed to come, but they cancelled it as well. So it's very busy week this Parliament because there are a lot of people, around 2,000, that are coming for a week to work here. And then everything is very busy, hotels, restaurants. London, as you may know, it's also called the capital of Christmas.